tables in Bootstrap 5 have a lot of options which you can apply to it. For example, you can see the basic table which I created here. It doesn't have anything much. So let's get back over here and start adding some classes to it. So I'm just going to call this as class, and let's call this as table. So if I save this, now you can see that the entire table has now become much more styled and formatted in a very beautiful way. So we have a lot of options which we can apply to it. For example, we have table primary. You can just copy this and paste it over here, and now you can see how that looks like. So this is like the primary version, and there are many other classes which you can apply. So if I paste in the secondary, so if I save this, if I refresh, you can see it becomes much more lighter there. The same way we have table dark. So basically what table dark does is that it makes the entire table go dark mode. So if I hit refresh, you can see that becomes much more darker. The same way you have a lot of other options which you can work with. Now some of the basics are that you can apply all the color values which you have in Bootstrap. So we have primary, secondary, success, danger, warning, info, light, and dark. So you can apply all these stuff. Now with these stuff, you can also apply these settings. So we have table striped. So now if you check this out, that we have a just borders, nothing else much. So what we can do now is we can just add in table striped. So just copy this and paste it over here. Now if I hit refresh, you can see that it has become much more striped version. So it has dark, light, more like that. And the same way we have more other options. We can apply borders. So I'm just going to copy this and paste it over here. You can extend this. So this is like a different set. This is like a completely different set. And this is a completely different set. So what I did is I added a table border. So now if I hit back here and hit refresh, I can see that the thick line which we had in the header is gone. Now the entire table has borders over there. Now we can also make it hover. So you can just copy this and we can paste it over here. If I get back and if I hit refresh, and when I take my cursor, you can see that a specific row which I take my cursor to has a highlighting option. Okay. And the next one which we have is borderless. So if I just copy this one and if I apply to this, and if I refresh, you can see that the borders will be gone. Okay, you can't see that much over here. Okay, so let's see why have it not worked. Okay, so I have applied this and the borderless both together. So I'm going to get rid of one. Let me save this, let me get back and let me refresh. Okay, so now you can see that the borders are gone. So like that, there are many other settings. You can see that these are the list of settings which I usually work with. And table SM actually makes the entire table go small. So if I save this and if I hit refresh, you can see that the entire table becomes much more condensed. So you can apply this if you want a much more compact version of your table tag. You can apply this and you can easily style this.